Hello, 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 and welcome to the next episode. I am your host, Bear, with my amazing, incredible, and I can't think of any more adjectives, but you know who it is. It's Ken. Hello, Ken.
Hello.
Today we're going to be talking about many things, like Subnautica 2,
Yes.
had a new court case, which is historic. I've never heard anything like it before. We're going to talk about the new Invincible season, which is actually really big because we've been waiting for a minute for it. A few animation things we got to talk about it, and also the plot of where the show's going and what's coming up next. For you don't know, we haven't talked about this yet, but the Amazing Digital Circus is also. So I can't wait for it. Let's get into it. But before we start, what have you been up to, my bro?
Um, it's pretty funny. I started playing Fortnite again, and I haven't touched it since like I want to say chapter 6. With like the whole I don't want to say anime thing, but the whole samurai vibe that they had. But it's quite fun. Team Ice King, off rip. I'm not. I don't know who the Rock is, bruh. It ain't him. Ice King for life, bruh.
Ice King all the way. If you didn't choose Ice King, you played after Chapter 2.
Yeah, most definitely.
You're definitely a subhuman being who obviously got his brain lobotomized.
That's so real
I
though.
also started playing. I also got the Mrs. Incredible skin, just because she plays a very tactful role in the game. So, you think I'm joking? I actually did get it.
No, I know I know you did, but for
She,
tactical,
her hitbox may not be the best,
uh,
but
by far one of the worst hitboxes.
no, it's a great hitbox. What are you talking about? Why are you hitting on Mrs. Incredible's hitbox? Oh, speaking
Unfortunately,
of Mrs. Incredible, I know we didn't talk about this earlier, but and I don't even know if you guys care, but I don't care. We're actually gonna get a new Incredibles movie.
yeah, in 2028, right?
Yep. What a year to be alive, I guess, if we make it that far. Wow, that got dark. Uh, but yeah, Incredibles 3, 2028.
I'm really
Uh,
looking forward to that.
for me personally, I started playing Fortnite with him. Obviously, he's better than me. I don't really do shooter games, but I'm actually enjoying it. We're not that bad, like far apart, but he's better than me.
Uh,
Um, what else have I doing? Anime wise, Fire Force is absolutely amazing. If y'all know what happened between that Dragon and Arthur fight, let me tell you, it is the best animated thing of the year. Also, probably one of the most heartfelt fights I've seen. And it's not like their characters are super significant to the point where it's like altering the show, but like it was so good. And then afterward, I don't want to spoil, but afterwards when he was just floating away, I was like, wow, that was like actually cinema. And I can't wait because we're like got a couple episodes left.
sounds
I,
sounds peak to me.
it is. It's just as good as JJK, and I've been watching JJK too. It's actually like really good
Yeah,
too.
I'm only one episode off, but unfortunately, I haven't.
So you haven't seen the Wi-Fi guy yet, right?
I seen the clip.
So I'm gonna explain who the Wi-Fi guy is. I cannot remember his name for the love of it, but he's this guy who's dressed up. Is it a clown costume?
I don't want to say it's a clown costume, but you're kind of semi close to it.
I call him Wi-Fi man because he makes this joke about his Wi-Fi is wi. He makes a wife joke saying Wi-Fi, and it was so unfunny that even the animators
The
left, and it was like
animation.
animation left, and they were like stick figures.
The leaf was like the cherry on top. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so
But I
funny.
need to watch that episode. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, my anime fans. I haven't been able to watch anything. Midterms recently came up for me, which they're done now, so I'm probably gonna hop on that train again. But I've just been super busy. I haven't had the time for it at all. So I apologize on that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But you do have time. One Piece is coming back soon. ReZero's coming back
The
also in a
stair
couple weeks.
scene. The
Yeah, the
stair
stair scene's
scene.
coming. Also, just a ton of other stuff. It's gonna be great. We'll be there.
Of
I
course.
also I also need to know. All right, I'm probably not gonna watch Attack on Titan. Like, guys, it's not good.
Oh, you
I
dropped it.
don't I don't know. Like I'm not motivated. There's nothing that's that good. I've seen stories better, and like Eren Yeager's cool and Mikasa's cool, but other than that, all the others are like okay. Like y'all all like Levi, which is okay, but he's not the coolest anime character I've seen.
If
I'd
you
rather rewatch Death Note again. I think who was the other guy? Nier? Was that instead of L, was it Nier? The guy who replaced him? I'd rather watch his arc again.
I feel like you could probably, because you know how One Piece has One Piece.
Bro,
There's
there's an
probably,
excuse to watch One Piece. There's no excuse for something like Attack on Titan to be that bad. Like,
Well,
is
I'm
it
just saying you could probably do that maybe if you think it's that bad, but you really want to finish it. You could do like a One Piece.
like
type
I
thing
like
for
the
Attack on
story.
Titan.
Don't get me wrong. It's just like the fights between the Titans do not interest me at all. The characters besides three of them do not interest me at all. And I don't feel like they pander out to their characters as cool as I
You at
want
least
to.
like the music. I love the music.
Oh, the music slaps.
It's so beautiful.
Oh.
What, too high, too high?
Yeah, that was too high. Sorry
My
for our
bad.
sensitive hearing viewers, but
Oh, well, they can't hear anything now.
if they couldn't hear then, the deaf heard that, bro.
It wasn't that high, was it?
Yeah.
My
it
bad.
was. But it's okay. It's okay. Anyways, do you want to get into our first topic?
Before that.
Oh, wait a second. You're right. We have a
Before
big announcement. It's
have
actually
a
one of our biggest
huge
announcements.
Our first ever huge announcement. Now, obviously, guys, we haven't posted for almost
week?
3 weeks. And
It was almost 3 weeks.
yeah. I can check actually just to make sure. Yeah, it's basically 2 weeks and like 3 days, I believe.
Fire.
And it's on my part mostly. I don't know why it's always on my part. Because of midterms like earlier, but I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now, and I'm happy to announce that this will be what you call the Spring Podcast Marathon. Now,
Whoa.
you might be asking,
What
what
the heck
is that? What is that? Now, not marathon as in the new Bungie game, which we may talk about in a later episode, but we were basically from today, as in Friday, until next week, we will be posting an episode a day. So there will be 7 episodes in total until next Friday. And that concludes the spring marathon. I wanted to start this earlier when spring did start, but I had some stuff come up and I wanted to get everything done so I could focus on the podcast more. And you know what? Maybe we might do a live stream on a video game. We've recently got Repo, and maybe we might do something.
Ooh, that would be great. That would be great.
But I just wanted to announce today will be the first episode of the marathon. And let's hop right into it. What do you say, Bear?
I say we hop into it, but I do. I have a public service announcement because I actually kind of need help with something.
What do you need help with?
I bought Elden Ring. I've never played it before, and I've never really played a Souls game before. I did play Bloodborne. I didn't finish it, but that was also because my PlayStation Plus expired.
Good luck.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know any of the builds. I'm kind of scared for my life.
You should watch one of those.
I'm about to watch a ton of videos, but like,
Yeah.
it kind of scares me. If y'all want to see content from it, we might film it. But I'm kind of embarrassed because like I know I'm gonna be so bad. At Elden
Everyone
Ring.
is like everyone. Like
I mean,
everyone
there's
is.
no way I'm gonna be as bad as Kai Cenat, right? Have you seen that video?
He's so bad, bro.
I think he died like 300 times.
More than
So,
that.
like, the
You're gonna
first
die a
boss?
lot. You're gonna die a lot in Elden Ring.
Which is fine. I don't lose my stuff, right?
You lose your money. So like how it works is when you die, you lose your currency, and when you respawn, you have to go back to where you died to get your money back. But if you die
So it's Hollow
before,
Knight.
Yeah, but if you die before getting to your money disappears.
Because the last time you had money. Wait, oh my god, that is so dumb.
So you
Oh
could
my
you
goodness.
could be pimping, you could be full of bank, and if you die and you try to go back to it and then die again, all that money's gone.
Is there
Now
a way I can store money?
I
Like,
don't know. I personally never. I only played the game for a good 2 hours, and that was on my PS4 Pro.
oh,
And I kept dying, and I'm like, you know what, bruh?
this is not worth it.
I'm just not gonna play this.
All
And then I
right,
hopped off.
poll in the chat. Type a 1 if I'm going to return it after 2 hours. Type a 2 if I'm going to break my setup.
Well, if there was a chat, I'd be typing, but I
Uh,
don't see one.
I think we can type a 1 and a 2. We can make a 12. Also, I also want to talk about this real quick. I know I'm getting so off topic, but I just thought of it. Do you think Megami would have been a better main character for JJK? I know a lot of people say
Mr.
Yuta.
Potential Man. Hmm. Uh,
Because, like, he's, like, more of, like, a Yuno character. Like,
yeah.
he's more of, like, a chill, more serious about what his character is. But his attacks are
Maharaga!
cool. Like, but his attacks are
They are cool.
cool. He's kind of like a Naruto. Like, if you think about it, Maharaga like a Ninetales. His bunnies are like a Shadow Clone Jutsu. The Hawk is like a Chidori where it, like, tries to one-tap.
That is true.
The
That
new
actually makes
episode,
sense.
his new episode, he used a new one that I don't remember. It was like an elephant, I think.
Dude, he's like a beast in the new episode, is he not?
Oh yeah, he's amazing. I keep forgetting, but the guy he fights is kind of broken. It took me a second to understand his power because I was watching Japanese. But then when I looked it up again in the manga, I was like, "Yo, his attack's broken." So what he does is he has paper receipts all over his body, and he can spawn whatever those receipts are from. So he's like attacking him with all these like items you can buy
Oh, the
from a
paper guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
At first I was like, what is this? Like, how is he spawning all this stuff? And then I was like, oh wait, this is kind of cool. What if he has
Yeah.
like something crazy that you can buy? Like, you can put ARs, you can put, but he's like throwing couches and balls and like, but like storms of it because his body's full of it. I was just
Yeah.
thought it was interesting because Megami plays a really huge role later in the like, I don't want to spoil, but he plays a really big role.
He does.
I wouldn't say he's a top 3 as a main character. Besides, like, well,
Yeah.
Yuta becomes very big in the Sukuna fight, but like, obviously he gets more screen time. People love Maki. I love Maki. I think the characters are good, but Megami being the main character, I could actually see. I'm actually really growing onto him. But now we can start by talking about Invincible.
Yes. Okay.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
So right off the bat, if I had to just rate it, like just full blown out, I for words going right now, I'd give it between a 7 and an 8. I guess you
Oh
can
my
call that a
goodness.
7.5.
That's actually what I rated it. Like, actually, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to explain yours first? Like, why you think that?
Sure. I think it picks off really well where the previous season ended. Obviously, should I do a spoiler warning, or do you think everyone has watched
From the
it?
previous season, it's been over a year, so if you haven't watched the previous season,
I
then
guess that's true.
This is
It-
just giving you more reason to
It
watch it.
basically still takes place for like people still don't look at Mark the same way because all his, I don't want to say clones, they were basically clones.
There were
weren't
there
they?
were previous versions of himself in different universes.
Yeah. So
how they
people
took
still
different
didn't like
routes.
somewhat trust him. They still kind of gave him the evil eye. Holy brain fart.
Do you want me to take it?
Yeah,
I can.
take over, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, so after his battle with Conquest, he kind of saw Conquest as compassion, but also he saw the different versions of himself, and he was pretty much the only good version of himself. The only version that really came out good. And people always looked at him skeptical because everywhere he goes, there's destruction. And he's kind of carrying this heavy burden on him from his father's trouble, previous versions of himself's trouble. Also, Cecil. Cecil! I need you, Cecil!
We can be
He-
beings, Mark. Beings.
We need a BBs, Mark. I need a job. Job. But bacon, egg, and cheese. All right. Anyway, he, he has just so much burdens on him, and as we know, he broke up with his previous girlfriend, and now he's with Eve. So now he's like trying to maintain that with her family. Also, his father's burden, like trying to be like the new big superhero. And also Cecil, like not trusting him and literally has things that are trying to kill him if he acts up. And he's also having to, he's kind of like Batman in a sense, or like his ideology is to not kill anybody. But here's the thing about not killing anybody, that villain can still go on and hurt more people. So you're actually letting other people die while letting that person live.
And that's been really affecting him in the new season actually, where he thinks about like there was a scene, I don't want to spoil much, but he was like grabbing onto an enemy, and for the entire time he was doing that, he was debating on. Hold on.
If
I
you
had to
should kill
sneeze
that
real
person or
quick.
not.
Yeah, I had to. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I lost it. But yeah, he was debating because he was worried that if he didn't kill this guy, he would eventually come back, cause way more destruction, and possibly lose someone that he loved. And I see that as a real character development in Mark, because now because back then we had like the I don't want to hurt you too much, but and then now it's like, should I kill you or should I let you live?
Well, what I think interesting is these two scenes from the new season. One, it is we have been told that he is just as strong as Omni-Man right now, but
Yeah,
the
which
fact
is
that he's holding
crazy.
back, not killing anybody, is affecting his training and also his mental shock, which is to the point where he can be as strong as Omni-Man, but he's not.
Yeah,
Which is
he's
crazy because
not.
he hasn't had as long to train as Omni-Man. Omni-Man's been out there for years fighting wars and stuff like
I
that.
think
He's seen
for
so
Mark,
much.
I think if you push away his emotions, like I feel like if he was this cold guy, like who didn't care about his enemies, I feel like he'd be stronger than Omni Man. And I feel like that's a hot take to say,
But
but from what they
also,
said in the
it's
new
not.
season, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
It's
It's
not
way
because they literally
possible.
said it. And also, it's kind of like Batman in a sense. Like, yeah, he's cold and he'll defeat his villains, but he won't kill them. It's
Yeah, he won't
like the
kill them.
Joker. Like, he won't kill the Joker no matter what, but the Joker will always go and turn around and kill people. It's like a weird relationship. And so he's going crazy, and it's affecting his relationships. And I like this character development. I like his feelings. I like how it's also like it's affecting other people. And there's a scene I'm not gonna spoil because it really affects his relationship between him and Cecil and how all the other heroes view him. But a villain, or technically these are villains. The alien things came back, and they were all about to lose because they gotten stronger, and Mark had to make a decision.
Yeah, that scene was crazy. I feel like
That scene was
I feel like
violent.
that was a huge milestone for him, in my opinion.
So what I'm getting is that you're a huge fan of like let him kill.
I wouldn't say a huge fan of
That's what
Let
you're
Him
making it
Kill.
sound like.
What do you mean?
Like you're saying like, oh, this is huge character development every time he's had to make the decision to kill someone, which is true.
Not
but it makes
killing,
it sound
but
like you want
making
him
the
to kill him.
decision, because most of the time he just didn't want to kill. Now it's should I or should I not? That's the
Well, here's the
character
thing
development that's there.
Here's the thing about his situation for that specifically. It was a good guy being controlled by a bad guy.
Yeah, but
But
also the aliens as well in the other fight that they did.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's good because it makes you talk about it. It makes you talk about it because
for
like
3 episodes off rip, it was a pretty good lineup.
I wasn't a huge fan of the last episode, to be fair. Like, I like seeing Omni-Man and Alan. I really like Alan's actor. He's really talented. But it was...
I really like the bond that they grow, Alan and Nolan.
Yeah, I really like Alan's character. He's probably... I mean, ever since Rex, you know. Alan's probably one of my favorite characters. Which also, I'm never getting over what they did to Rex.
Let's just, for a moment, in silence for the best character development I've seen in a long time, Rexplode.
Best
Dude,
character development I've seen in a
Yes,
minute.
for like ongoing season, that guy character development was peak in there, and then he made the ultimate sacrifice and
Here, I
kamikaze
got you. I
himself.
got you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you take
Yeah.
lessons?
I do. I can pay you, or you can pay me, and I can teach you how to play the.
You can pay me? Sure.
You can pay
Give
me.
me money, so. There's also something
You
else
can
I
pay me.
wanted to talk about with Invincible. Now, I'm telling you, I don't notice these things until someone brings them up and makes a huge fuss about it. The animation. When I first watched all three with Bear, I thought it was good. I didn't think it's definitely not as bad as last season's. Like last season, first episode, the stair scene with the two twins when they were running down, that looked sloppy.
Oh.
Everyone noticed that. Like the animation, if it's really bad and you can notice it off rip, it's like, yo, dog, is this One Punch Man? Like, what are we doing? But the new season, in my opinion, I think it looks pretty good. It wasn't mind blowing or anything, but I think it was a whole big improvement. But when I go on like Instagram and stuff like that, and I see people talking about it, they bring up these small clips of like maybe Mark flying. And it's like, oh look, it's
PNG Man.
yeah, PNG Man. There was another scene. Do you remember, Bear? When
he's flying from Earth.
No. When Eve and Mark were in her kitchen and they walked away and the cup dissolved in the sink.
I remember it. I didn't remember anything bad about it.
Well, no, that's what I was thinking. But someone pointed out when they were walking away, they looked really dumb doing that, and everyone in the comments was like what I was saying. They were like, I don't notice these things until someone brings them out, and they were making fun of it. I'm like, well, it looked fine to me. Like, I don't understand the whole flying thing. Like, how do you expect... It's a cartoon. How do you expect someone to fly then? Like, isn't it not just a PNG?
I mean, it could be better.
In a sense, but what more could they possibly do?
I mean, add more frames to it.
I
There's
guess.
not a lot of frame rates in the show, which is, like...
It's a cartoon. But I'm not giving that as an excuse. But
yeah,
like,
no, that's true. Like, I don't expect them to go and turn it into a Mappa style. But we could at least get a middle ground.
Like, that's what people are complaining about with the... There's a dinosaur character that lasts for, like, a good, I think, 2 to 3 minutes. And everyone was complaining about that. They were saying it looked like Barney. But you gotta give it, like, in perspective, like, okay, this detailed comic book that's very detailed is going into a cartoon. Now, you gotta realize, like, if they were really gonna do that, take all the details from the comic to the cartoon, you know how long that would take for them? Honestly. We would get, like, an episode a year, maybe. But to me, everything seems fine as of right now. Like, the animation looks fine to me. I'm not saying it's mind-blowing, like the Conquest fight with Mark's hair flying in the wind, but to me, it looks completely fine as it is right now. Like, I'm only gonna notice things if someone points them out, like, oh, look at this PNG walk that they do. I'm like, okay, but when I watched that, I didn't really notice it, nor I really cared. Now, if it's something that's really noticeable, like I was saying earlier, with that one episode with the stair scene, that's noticeable. That makes you think, first impression off rip, this doesn't look good, and obviously you're gonna think about, is this gonna look like what the other episodes look like?
No, it's true, but what they've said is that it's gotten better this season.
That's what I was saying. By far, it's gonna a whole lot better. After you start making
something sloppy, people are gonna nitpick at it.
Yeah, where do you think PNG Man came from? Or One Frame Man?
That's One Punch Man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, a bad reputation.
We're not talking
about
them. I really don't want to talk about them. You're supposed to have one of the greatest, like a top 5 fight of all time, Garo versus One Punch Man, and nobody, or Saitama. No one wants to watch that now.
But they did a part 2.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be just equally as bad.
I know.
It's just gonna be bad.
Hey, look, you see this trash can? Well, we're giving you another trash can.
And then that's where my main problem is. Obviously, AI art is not good. Like, obviously, it's not reached the potential for it to even be remotely interesting. And so you're like, give these artists more. We need less AI. Okay. Then you do this. You give us something bad.
Very bad.
And here's the thing, old school stuff, if you would like animate it like that, would do much better than trying to be super good new style. Like a newer style. Like, not everyone's map, but not everyone can create something as equally good. So if you use older stuff, I guess it looks better, but like, how is something like One Punch Man, something that's old, have something that looks better than something now when stuff is so much more easier to get a hold of?
Yeah, like,
It just
definitely agree to that.
Or even Prime Video, like they have so much money. One Punch Man, jeez, Lord have me. Invincible can look better. Does it look better right now? Yes, but it can definitely look better. Like, this is not one of your other animated shows like Has Been Hotel where you have a horrible fan base, so it's already gonna like you can literally serve them crap on a plate, and if it cusses and make inappropriate jokes and they have cringy characters, they're gonna just fall all over it. I mean, yeah, the brain rot scene really helped Invincible, but like, still.
Job.
I don't know. I think the episodes were okay. I mean, I think I just miss it. I think they have a lot to build up, and I know we have a few fights coming up that are gonna be good. But it's actually this season and
like Thrag,
the comics.
I know that's gonna go.
We're gonna have
hard.
to wait for a minute. But
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna spoil. But what I know from the comics is this is gonna definitely be more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge for Mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll update you guys whenever we get more episodes.
By far. And you'll hear it from us when they first come out.
Oh, of course. Now, segueing to our next point.
Yeah, I heard you were talking about AI, actually, which actually brings us to our second topic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This one you can lead.
This one was beautiful. Perfect. Now, I've already talked about this topic before. Subnautica 2. In our previous episodes, I should say episode, we talked about Subnautica 2 and how Krafton fired most of the Unknown World, aka Subnautica team, for developing it, saying there was a bit of a miscalculation and stuff like that. Like, oh, they weren't doing their job, and one of the CEOs were trying to steal some of my files. Nope. Well, Unknown Worlds brought them to court. And mind you, I just want to throw in this little thing. Krafton is actually is in charge of PUBG, just to let you know, which I didn't even know about that until now.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Krafton PUBG, Battlegrounds
What?
PUBG. Yeah.
They're the same company?
Yeah.
I remember you saying this now. I'm so stupid. That's insane.
No, you're fine, man. That's what I said.
Insane.
I'm like, are we serious? Yeah, the company behind PUBG. What? But anyways, Unknown Worlds brought them to court. Now, a true blessing from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ himself. Unknown Worlds won. Now, since they went to court, we have a deeper understanding of what really happened. Krafton gave these guys a deadline. Hey, if this game comes out, and if you sell enough copies for it, we will give you a bonus of $250 million. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that is life-changing money. Even $1 million. $1 million is life-changing.
Even $500,000 is life-changing.
100,000 is life-changing. 10,000 is life-changing. Like, that amount of money could change your life forever.
I don't know if 10,000 is life-changing. That can change a year for sure.
Yeah, but you don't know what could happen in that year. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel like 100,000 would be life-changing.
I mean,
or what do you think? What if someone told you what money would be life-changing? What would the amount you said?
What money would be life-changing is the cost of a house. Because if you could buy a house upright without
$625,000.
600,000 would probably be it, because you can buy a decent house for a family for about $400,000. That's very decent in a very mediocre neighborhood. Also, you're gonna get taxed and also other stuff like bills. $600,000 to $700,000 is life-changing, because you would have that house paid off, and obviously if you remodel it over time, it's going to You know, we are getting so off topic, but I
It's
feel
like
like
it's like a Teen Titans Go episode.
$600,000. I would say is life changing.
Yes. And Crafton was basically like, okay, I'm gonna give this lie so they can work harder for me. And whoopsie doozy, Crafton actually sees Unknown Worlds. They're about to hit it. They're about to hit the performance bonus. Crafton is like, okay, this is bad. We need to figure something out. Now, this is the part that makes me laugh. Just for a second, I want you to guess for a good 5 seconds. What do you think he did? Now, obviously, you know what turned out, but there's a reason behind why he did it. I just want you to guess. Bear, if you could just random guess for 5 seconds. What do you think happened?
I mean, they almost hit their goal and they didn't want to pay him, so they're like, yeah, you guys are not cool, man. Get out.
Correct. But this guy pulled, hey, Jarvis, what do you think I should do? Should I fire everyone? Of course, sir. Anything for you. This guy pulled out ChatGPT and asked, hey, so these guys are about to reach this deadline
Wait. Pause. They actually asked ChatGPT?
Yes.
Wait, how do you know?
Yes, because the judge herself basically writes down, I don't know if all judges do it, but they basically write down the whole situation in their perspective of how they heard it. Crafton went to ChatGPT, asked, hey, yo, ChatGPT, my dog, so they're about to release this deadline, and I can't pay them. What should I do? And ChatGPT gave him that answer, and they're like, got you. We're going to fire everyone. And that's what happened. They fired 3 of the CEOs, most of the team, and they stopped everyone from getting to that deadline. It helped him to justify decisions in the dispute.
Wow.
And no one knew that until, mind you, the court paper's like 90 pages long. I'm not even joking. I didn't read it, obviously. I just watched.
I'm going to go off a limb and say Subnautica 2 is going to be the last Subnautica 2 and the last time that team's ever together under that company.
Oh, well, I believe they still are, but we're going to get to that in a second. And or we can get to it right now, actually.
Yes.
Obviously you guys know they won.
Did they get that bonus now?
That's the thing. That's the juicy part. So the CEO, one of the CEOs of Unknown Worlds, Ted Gill, he's back. Thank goodness he's the original. They now have full control over the studio. Full control, which is now we have a release date for early access for May. May is the early access. You know darn well I'm taking work off to play the game because.
So wait, early access? Do you have to pay like extra money for it?
See, I think you just need to do like a sign up for it. I've never done an early access, but that's my guess. But the deadline is still active. The 250 bonus is still active, and the deadline is extended.
So what I'm seeing from Steam is that it's still planned for a 2026 release date. So if they do early access, it would have to be in the next couple
IGN
months.
came out and confirmed that Subnautica 2 said that their early access release date is going to be around May. Now, we don't have a specific date at the moment, but it's going to be in May. And I'm really happy for this news. And, like, Crafton, like, awful. I know once they're done building and getting that money, they better leave. They better... Like, Crafton was basically the equivalent of Activision. Like, this is the child of Activision. Like, this was bad.
I have a question.
What's your question?
I don't like spreading false news, but how do we feel about news from PC Gamer? Do we feel like they're a pretty trustworthy source?
I don't know. Are they known for good?
I mean, it's on the top page when you look up Subnautica 2. It was released 6 hours ago.
Right.
They're still... All right, this is what it's going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. It says, Subnautica 2 Chief says Krafton is still messing with him because the May release date announcement was news to him and he's not happy about it.
Yeah, I bet if he lost in core, who'd be happy about that?
So...
Oh, and by the way, he brought himself to court, by the way.
Wait, what?
He didn't hire anyone. He brought himself. Like he was practically light. Like Miyagi.
I think he knew he was gonna. No, I think he knew he was gonna lose. Why would you hire a lawyer and
Everyone
settle it?
get back. We're having a retrial. That's what literally happened. But this is
JJK retrial.
this news is so good. I love Subnautica. I love everything about it. I love how you can even mod it to play multiplayer when you're not supposed to. And the fact that Subnautica 2 now has an early access. I'm going to see if I can get into it.
Wait a second.
What's up?
I'm actually seeing multiple stories of this. The lawyers are now talking about how the early access in May is damaging the game, is sowing additional confusion. I've seen this multiple times. It looks like they're not ready for May.
I think Crafton was talking about that. I think they were saying that in court, saying, "Oh, the reason why we did it was because it was being rushed, and it just wasn't ready." They were also saying that Crafton was saying like they weren't working hard enough. You throw $250 in my face, whatever game you need me to make, I'll make in a year, okay?
I will literally never see my family again.
I will be working 24/7, living off Monster and coffee and water, not even food, for a good year, and I'll come back a millionaire. Like,
I mean, Mappa's complaining about their living conditions. I will literally work in a barn for 250 mil.
that's what I'm saying. So the fact they're like, oh, they weren't working hard. Come on. Really? And I didn't get close into it, but Crafton was talking about how one of the CEOs, Ted, I think he was like stealing some files from them. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. Just throw in the flag, bro. Throw in the towel. But I'm very, very happy about this news. I know I've said that a lot, but I am very happy about this news because you don't see stuff like this normally. Normally, it's always the good guys losing stuff like this because Crafton basically, I don't want to say owns Unknown Worlds, but they're basically the farmer feeding Unknown Worlds, but they still get the money. Like 250, the judge says, "Hey, you promised them this money, and you're gonna get it," which is mind blowing. I'm surprised they didn't just say, "Okay, bring everyone back and then cut ties with each other," because that's what I expected. I expected something like that. Nope, still working together. So I can only imagine them seeing each other in office every day, and the bonus deadline extending to 250 million. And
Yeah.
so they can get to it, and it's further away, so they'll have a higher chance of getting it, and they have to pay it, even if Crafting goes bankrupt. Beautiful.
Here's my theory on it. I think they gave them like a really crazy goal and a lot of money for them to work really hard and maybe get close and be like, "Oh, you missed out on it, but you might as well finish the game." And they actually did it, and then now they're like, "Wait,
yeah,
wait,
That's
what
what
a second."
happened. That's not a theory. That's a fact. That's what actually happened. They're like, okay, you work hard, you get money. They worked hard. They were gonna get the money. Rug pull. You're not getting the money. They went to court. They won. Now they're getting the money.
It's like Smiling Friends. Do you remember when he was making the play and it was horrible? And he's like, "Wait, I spent $2.4 million on this. You guys don't like this?"
That's like Star Wars in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's about all that for that topic.
Yeah.
Moral of the story: if you're gonna promise someone a decent paycheck for completing the game, have the money on standby and don't lie about it. Now,
Also, like, I get 250 million's a lot, but like, they're gonna make that money back.
yeah, just imagine. Look, if there's, I know the studio isn't that big, I think, but if 250 people work in a studio and you promise them 250 million, that's a million per person plus the money they make from the succession of the game. Because Subnautica 2 is #1 on the wish list on Steam right now. It's #1. And it's beating everything by a long shot. This game is...
It's beating GTA. Oh, wait, GTA is just console, so that won't show up.
GTA burned down a long time ago. But yes,
Yeah.
I know it's still coming out very soon, whenever it comes out. But I'm excited for it. You guys know most definitely we're gonna live stream it. Me and Bear, we're gonna hop in
Yeah, oh
there,
yeah.
and we might even have maybe a special guest. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers,
No,
but
I'm not
that's
putting
all I
fingers,
have for
but-
that topic right now.
All right, we'll say the CEO is coming to play with us.
Dude, it's a
250
surprise, bro. Come
For 250 million, we're inviting him. What are you talking about?
Hey, at
Okay,
least the
well,
paycheck's
no.
worth enough.
500 mil, let's go. Oh, that's life-changing money. Anyway, let's move on. I'm being
Something
stupid.
crazy came out today. Something extraordinary that rocked everyone's mind. Now, Bear.
I don't even know if extraordinary is the word. It's just like pure like. Wait,
I want to
what?
say maybe a plot hole, but at the same time,
I don't know if I'm
finished.
upset or happy about it. I'm really not. But I'm gonna stop beating around the bush because the Amazing
Would you like to
Digital
take it from here,
Circus-
Mr. Bear?
The Amazing Digital Circus just came out with their new episode today.
Yes.
Episode
We watched it together, food and all.
Episode 8 came out. And yeah, we knew it was going to be a crazy episode.
I thought it was the last episode, guys. I was wrong.
Yeah, he thought it was the last, even though I swore I told him. But the next episode is the last. But we'll talk about it.
For it, and I'm like, oh wait, there's another episode, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, I thought this was the last one. If I knew it wasn't, I would have bought in food for it. But still, it was a good episode. I think it really, like, uncovered a lot of stuff, like a lot.
Yeah, it's. All right, honestly, at this point, there is spoilers in this episode. If you need to skip, go skip. I have to talk about this because I want to theorize with people.
Oh wait, hold on. If you're gonna do that, actually, right now we're at 42:08. I will let you guys know when it finishes.
Yeah, but like, how are they gonna know what part to skip?
Oh wait.
I mean, we can. I don't know.
Viewers' discretion is advised.
There are no huge announcements after this. Wait, no. You know what this is? This is an invitation to go watch the other 7 episodes and the new one.
Yeah,
it will
you're
literally
right.
take you at one setting.
If you guys
can
want,
watch it one setting.
before you listen to Bear, because Bear is a really good theorist. Just a quick thing, real quick. Before we went to go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, well, she's already a huge fan of the FNAF series. I'm not even joking. First minute, we paused the movie. I should say we watched it on my computer. He told me, wait, let me do a theory real quick. This guy figured out the entire movie just by watching a minute of it. And I looked at him, and I'm like, dog, do you even want to watch this anymore? But if you guys, before you want to hear his big theories, I'd suggest his idea, very good idea, to watch all the episodes. Episode 8 just came out. It only take you like 4 hours. Come back and you can hear his
No,
theories.
less than that. I mean, each episode's like 20 minutes long. Besides the pilot. The pilot's, I think, a little bit longer. I think it's like 40.
3 hours in?
Uh,
Between 3 to 4. Let's just say that. Right? Does that work?
Actually, it's a little over 3.
It's over 3?
Maybe close
Okay.
to 4. Yeah, it's close to 4.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, you're right.
I'll let you take the stage, Bear.
Okay. So, what it's about pretty much an AI world that these people are getting sucked through VR, and they don't remember themselves. Now, a theory is that they're like emotions or like characters, like Gangle is a character with emotional mass, and she doesn't know what her emotions are. She's like emotional distraught. Ragatha is always trying to be the nice person. She's always trying to be like over happy about everything, but she's actually very self-insecure and just wants to make other people happy. Jackson, on the other hand, is someone who emotionally flees from things. Like, he tries like downplaying people and like being rude. But and then Pomni, and what's funny is that Jax himself says, and he breaks the fourth wall all the time, he says, you don't really fit a character archetype in like the first episode. Which I always thought was interesting, because every single character has an archetype. She's just the main character, pretty much. Like, she's like chaotic when she was with Jax in that one episode with the guns. With Raga, she's kind and caring. With Gangle, she like sits there and like mulls through her emotions and like thinks about it and like kind of calms Gangle down. Zubal's character is like an identity crisis where she doesn't like the type of person she is, so she's trying to constantly change, but she hates that. And it's just really good. I think this is a really good cast of characters. The voice actors really, really love this show. They actually finished filming the voice lines for the end, and they said they cried like for hours. So, anyways, episode 8 starts off with this blue dot, and it's taking in all this information. So we're understanding that this is an AI, and then a red dot comes in, and it's like it's growing exponentially where it swallows. And what I'm getting is that the red one is Kane. But what we learned from the trailers is that Kane's eyes turn red and blue, and also when he snaps, it turns red and blue. So we're trying to figure out if this is either two AIs fighting for control or if it's talking about Kane and Abel, which if you look on the computers a lot, it says CNA, which we're guessing is the company behind the AI stuff. Then the episode moves on where Kane starts freaking out. He starts glitching. The bubbles are like telling him stuff that's like putting his mental down, and he's like, wait, I'm really not enough. He's like, well, since they are being humans and they're never happy, I'm gonna actually make their lives worse and give them something to not be happy about. He starts like pretty much torturing them. And then they're like, okay, guys, well, what should we do? And so Pomni puts the bucket over Kinger's head, and he remembers things. For some weird reason, I don't know why they haven't done this to soothe him earlier, but he pretty much remembers that he is pretty much the other creator of this world. And he pretty much needs a computer, which Pomni goes back to the past, or not the past, the exit door, and finds the station with the computer and the AR headset and gives it to Kinger, while Kane is literally torturing all of them. And it comes to a point where he realizes Kinger's not with them anymore, and he's like, wait, where's Kinger? And then, in order to distract him, they tell them how they truly feel about Kane, and he literally starts going nuts. He has arms spawning everywhere. He grabs them, and he takes them to this dark pit. I don't want to call it the abyss, because the abyss is something a little bit different in this show. I don't know what it was, but like it was showing them at their worst. Like it showed Gangle with all of her emotions swirling behind her and overwhelming her. It showed Zubul being drowned by all of her different body parts, which is why she has like a body dysmorphia and stuff like that. Ragatha is sitting at a table with her mom while her mom's throwing knives at her. And then Pomni, the NPC friend she made, is actually attacking her with like other versions of it. But it's crazy because that's happening, and Kinger is like, the malware in the computer is like getting malware, and it's like hacking, and he's like trying to get it done as fast as possible. And the ending is he accidentally, through the code, deletes Kane. He deletes Kane. Kane's dead. The world's falling apart, and that's where the episode ends. Like, what?
Yeah, like the world like turned gray and white, and like it started shaking for a bit, and then like it stopped. And who's the one that curses again in it?
Gangle does.
Yeah, Gangle does. But the crazy thing is, throughout the entire show, when anyone curses, it gets like censored by like Kane. But when she says it this time, when King's deleted, it isn't censored, and that's where it ends. Also, for like the first 5 minutes of the episode with Kinger and his wife, crazy. I don't know if you want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say that is something I grazed over. Is we actually get to see the dog character. I'm trying to remember. Is it Sparky or is it?
I don't remember, to be honest, but I know what you're talking about.
Scratch. It's Scratch.
Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch is the name of the other programmer who he is talking about, which is the name of the dog, which Jax actually remembers. Jax remembers who Scratch is, and he actually starts like getting very uncomfortable. So, what my theory is going forward is Abel is obviously, I think it's Kinger. I think he's the one who's going to be able to stop it. I don't know, like, there's probably, like, what I think is he's going to go into the abyss where Pomni was with that one guy. And I think he's going to, find, like, another save file and bring back Kane. And then, like, try to use it to, like, get them to escape. But I don't know, like, every single episode, like, someone makes theories and no one's been right so far. But I did say that Kane might abstract. Which he didn't, he deleted, but it's kind of the same thing at this point.
I didn't expect Kane to be deleted, to be honest. Like, I figured something would happen to him, but that was my least guess, that he'd be deleted.
But here's what I don't understand. They made this teaser of all these characters doing different things, and yes, it shows them all getting grabbed, but what they were doing didn't make sense. So Ragatha was opening a door for an NPC and it was showing an abstraction logo, which means that she was getting abstraction. Yeah, but like she never got abstracted. It showed Jax kind of being on himself and alone, which is actually what happened. It shows Kinger in the background working on something, which is technically what happened, but it doesn't explain the computer part. Pomni is like kind of just there in the photo. She wasn't really doing anything. Zubul and Gangle were getting just grabbed. They shared a connection this episode, but other than that, like, it felt like we were getting distracted and the build-up just so we could get that dumped on us. I didn't expect it.
My mouth dropped when Kinger was talking to his wife, and then she gets abstracted in front of him.
Yeah, I missed out on that part because I didn't understand why that was important. And it is obviously for Kinger's like lore, like this is his episode, I guess. But even though he's kind of already had one, I don't know. He's obviously a huge character. Like he's way bigger than what we.
He's such a Chad, bro.
He is a Chad. I thought he was gonna clutch up. Like they were making it to where he's gonna clutch up and like.
Now, once I saw that delete Kane thing that
you were yelling, you were like, he's gonna delete him. He's gonna
That's
delete
what I said.
him.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, no.
Not like, I was confused at first. And he's like, wait, what? Because to be fair, I didn't know exactly what he was gonna do with the computer. Like, I didn't think he was gonna get rid of him. I thought he was gonna like pause him or something.
Yeah, that's what the original plan was. They were like,
okay, maybe reprogram him to do what they want.
I'm gonna try to see if there's a pause button on him. And I was like, okay, so maybe they're going to find a way to leave through his code, maybe. And then Kinger's doing it. And when Kane starts freaking out with everyone, the computer starts glitching too, and like little mini Kane faces pop up. And I'm guessing that's what distracted Kinger from pausing or like going into the code. I think
he accidentally just clicked on it because he was getting covered.
Yeah. He accidentally deleted it, and I saw it, and I'm like, no.
But here's my idea. He mentioned Scratch knowing more, but he said Scratch is also more complex and his way of thinking was unusual. I think there's a way that they bring back old characters. Like, they're going to bring back Queen, they're going to bring back Scratch, they're going to bring back the frog character, which Jax is very close to. But they're, like, bringing up all this stuff, but for just one episode to come out June 19th, which is soon. This is a shorter timetable than we normally have.
Yeah.
I still there's so many loose ends. I feel like 2 more episodes would be what we need.
Yeah, but they're only doing 1 more episode, aren't they?
Yeah, it's longer, but I feel like there's a lot to talk about.
Well, obviously their last episode's gonna be like an hour long, and I feel like they can really cover everything up. Or most of it. Obviously there's gonna be like a rabbit hole at the end, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a happy ending. I think one or two characters are gonna get a happy ending. I think the main theory people are talking about, like for their ending spots, is Jax is gonna stay in the circus. I saw a
Yeah.
theory today where they said he was an orphan, which would explain why he doesn't want to go back home. My opinion is I think he was a criminal, or he actually hit someone with a car while drunk driving, which would explain why his like flashbacks in the real world were like him at a car and it said a children's crossing sign. I think he killed someone, and now he knows if he goes back to the real world, he's just gonna go back to prison. So he'd rather stay here with people he'd like don't know about his past and can connect to. I think Pomni's gonna escape.
Yeah,
It
Pomni's
makes
definitely
sense.
gonna escape.
I think Kinger's gonna sacrifice himself.
I think so too. I think there's gonna
Oh
be like,
no.
here, I need to code it, but in order for the door to stay open, I gotta keep coding
I'll,
it.
I'll hold down the lockdown key. You just keep going. Move, move,
Yeah,
move.
that's the day everyone's gonna cry, bro. Kinger, no. Bro, Kinger's the goat, bro. I love Kinger, bro. But yeah, I do agree with you. I feel like episode 6, or like even 5, they knew about him being in the dark. Oh no, what was the episode with the guns? Wasn't that episode 6? Yeah, that was episode 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah, that's when all of them figured out, like, okay, when he's in the dark, because when Ragatha was after getting shot.
No, that's not true. Only 2 people knew about it. Ragatha and
Yeah, that's what
Pomni
I'm
knew about
saying.
it. Pomni knew about it from the haunted house from where they were locked under.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't either one of them at least try to come out and say
That's what I'm saying. Like, it comforts him. Why not? I don't know. Like, there's so much going on, but also since he's the
Jax, though. Jax is the goat.
yeah, they really didn't do much with him this episode, and I was really
I
surprised.
really hope they make time up for him in the next one.
But like, where's that time gonna go? Besides
don't know.
actually getting the story done and filling up loose plot holes, like I don't. Someone's gonna get sidelined.
Yeah.
That we don't want sidelined. Like we want Pomni, we want Jax, we want Kinger.
I think
One of those 3 are gonna get sidelined, and I think it's no. I just don't. There's no way they built so much Kinger in the past couple of episodes for them to just be like, yeah, he sacrifices himself. Because his lore is important. Like, he was one of the founders. He knows about Scratch. He knows about everyone else. So, is it 100% confirmed? What is the order in which they arrived in the circus?
Well, we know Kinger was one of the first in a sense.
He is the first, pretty much.
But then.
But, like, when did Jax... Because we remember when Ragatha... They actually, in the episode, they showed when Ragatha actually first showed up.
There it was. Yeah, and it was just them 2 because after his wife got extracted, he was walking in a hallway, and you could see all the doors and all like their faces. They were all scratched off, so he was the only one there. And then Ragatha came up.
All right, so here's I'm using old Reddit. Okay, so Kinger was first. The other extracted characters, Queenie, which we saw get abstracted. Ragatha is 3rd. Jax is 4th. Kaufmo. Oh, I forgot about Kaufmo. So
Kaufmo?
Jax, Ragatha, and the clown from the first episode.
Oh, okay. And then there's Gangle, Zubul, and then Pomni. Yeah, Pomni was the last one. And there hasn't been anyone else after that.
Yeah, Pomni's last. Zubul. I would find it super funny if someone else were to show up.
That'd be. Imagine they do
That'd
a
be
season 2. Someone joins.
Someone said, what about Ribbit and Scratch? Yeah, that's true. Because we saw Ribbit and Scratch and Queenie all at the same time. Oh, well, it technically says the other abstracted members, so.
Yeah. Poor Queenie, bro. Kinger just saw her just get, like, ripped apart. I want to say ripped apart, but, like, she got abstracted, and then Kane was like, well, that just happened. I'm pretty sure he looks back at Kinger, says something, like, really stupid, and then disappears.
Yeah. Bro, she was just talking to him 1 second and then just abstracted, and then Kane's like, all right, bye-bye.
No, like, my jaw was like, yo, dog.
Yo,
no
like,
way.
What? I was like, I can't wait for them to fight. Like, I want them to fight. so badly.
We are the digital
This digital
circus.
circus. Maybe the circus was the friends we made along the way.
I
I
would be
talked about that
surprised.
too. I talked about that too. If this all ends because they all have to be friends and Jax is not being the friend, I will be upset.
I mean,
actively
obviously,
upset.
I feel there's gonna be a point where they're all gonna have to work together, like they have been to push Kane away so they can work on like the code and stuff like that. I feel like there's gonna be a point where they're all gonna have to be like, hey, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but I know you wouldn't.
I love friendship-based stuff. Just don't ruin the plot with it. That's so boring.
I don't think they would. I think they know.
I don't think they are. The way they talk. But I don't know. If y'all are big theorists on it, please let me know because I enjoy just love this show.
Let us know in the Discord.
Also, I do want to also give a shout out to Glitch. What they do is actually genuinely amazing.
Yeah, like I like Murder Drones actually.
It was good. I didn't like the ending. It was
I haven't
good,
seen
but I
the
didn't
ending.
like the ending.
I'm surprised I
yeah.
haven't watched it yet.
But like even SMG4, like these guys pay these artists to do whatever they want. Like absolutely whatever they want. And gave them free reign and give them the ability to do it. And they're like, okay, as long as we get to publish it on our YouTube channel, we're going to give you everything you need.
Yeah, that's like freedom at its finest. It's like, here's a pile of cash, do what you want with it. Just make sure it doubles whatever you do.
Yeah,
But,
it's just...
is that all for the topic? Or you got any other theories you want to spill
I
out?
don't have any off the head, but I can't wait to see more, guys. I mean, we have to wait. June 19th, this whole thing's ending. No second season.
Did they confirm that there won't be a second season?
Yes,
or...
she said and she's actually taking a break afterwards due to a lot of backlash.
Backlash?
Yeah, so on Reddit, people were saying they were upset that they're saying Pomni and Jax were the main character. Like, there's a lot. Like, they bash her. Like,
Really?
being an
Pomni
artist.
and Jax are the perfect main characters.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, why not Ragatha and Kinger? Which, to me, I feel like Kinger plays a bigger role than Jax most of the time.
Yeah, I feel like Kinger is a really good side character. He's one of the best
He's
side
amazing.
characters.
Yeah, he's the Kakashi of this. But
is that you?
Is that you? Is that you, Obito?
No, I think Kinger is one of the best side characters I've seen in a series. I should say a YouTube series like this.
I hate the humor around this show because sometimes because people are really annoying with it, but people enjoy it. Like I love people being able to do their own thing. People get to talk about it, make their own art for it. Sometimes it's cringy, sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
but you just gotta live with it.
It just fits everyone's bubble, you could say.
I don't understand who would hate this show.
It's E for everyone. Yeah, I mean, for every flower that blooms, everyone always there's at least one person that steps on it, you know? Wow. I made that on spot. Did that go hard?
Yeah, that kind of went hard. Are we putting it on t-shirts now? Is this our first merch deal?
Yeah! I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind. That'd actually go hard on, the back of a shirt.
I agree.
But, any more theories? I just want to ask one more time, because I know
no, I'm good. If y'all want to talk about theories or other shows made by Glitch or other indie developers, please. I love them. And if y'all have some that I don't know about, I really want to watch more. This is my thing. Shout out to Glitch again. This is great.
In our Discord, I should make a theories text chat just for theories.
The fact that we haven't is insane. But yeah, y'all go check out the Discord. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or you think we're done?
That's good. Before we leave today, we always have to. Please join our. I shouldn't say join our link tree, but if you click on our link tree, all of our socials will be there. We highly recommend joining our Discord so you can talk to the big duo, us, me and Bear. make some new friends, and just see when we post ASAP. And from there, really. We do have everything now. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, you name it, we probably have it. And anything else you want to plug in, Bear?
Um, that's about it, bro.
That's it. Well, I'm very happy to say that this is our first episode of our spring marathon,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna say it again. Join our, click on our link tree if you want to meet us, greet us, say hi to us, catch us playing a game, live streaming on YouTube. We'll be here, and I'm really looking forward to this marathon with you, Bear, and looking forward to this marathon with everyone. And without further ado, I hope all of you have a very blessed night, and y'all take it easy. Take care now.
Adios.